Okay, Vice News is where we check in on our various vices, drinking and smoking and cold brew, that kind of stuff. First, some bad news on the beer front. Last week, a wastewater treatment facility in Portland took a couple requests to treat and dump about 24,000 gallons of beer. I know what you're thinking, dude, party foul. But unfortunately, this batch passed its date of freshness.
I wish we could have just took that to a park and let everybody have a little fun. But unfortunately, it came here for treatment, which, makes sure everything's handled safely.
And now coffee is a vice too for some people, right? I have to have it every morning. Today, Stumptown was handing out free cold brew at their production facility in Southeast. Now, since restaurants are closed, they're not buying any of their products, so Stumptown has like a ton of supply lying around, and they didn't want it to go to waste.
The reaction is insane. They're just cars coming nonstop. Everyone's asking if we need anything, if we want lunch, if we can give us money, if they can do anything for us. And it's just been a really positive experience to have everyone with smiles on their face, the sun shining, they're coming out getting coffee and staying safe in their cars with no touch delivery here. And it's just been a fun way to see the community and get out.